Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another review here at our local establishment of movie review. I am Bobby Munson. I am a bit of a movie connoisseur. I go to a lot of movies. I watch a lot of movies and I review a lot of movies just for you. And I can help you decide whether or not to spend your money at the box office this summer season, as I've been bringing you all the best of what's been getting released in the big screen. I want to give you a heads up that our review of Bad Boys 4 is going to be coming out right away. I'm going to be joined by Ed Fries to be reviewing that one. Did see it, going to be able to provide that to you. But today we're talking about The Watchers, which seemingly went up against Bad Boys for an opening weekend. I don't know if that was always the best selection. I mean, there seemed to be some earlier gaps this season that might have been more suited to this particular type of movie. Whether or not that is going to be a detriment to it, I'm not too sure. So we've got this movie starring Dakota Fanning, Georgina Campbell, Olwen Ferrer. I hope I pronounced that correctly. She was also seen in the movie Tarot, which I only just recently saw. We're going to talk in a little bit more in depth on the Tarot review there. Also, Oliver Finnegan in this movie. This one directed by Ishana Night Shyamalan. So, not to be mistaken with M. Night Shyamalan. I know that there was a lot of people in the comment section on YouTube when this trailer came out saying, oh, he makes terrible movies. Oh, I haven't liked his movies since The Sixth Sense. News flash for you. This is not M. Night Shyamalan. This, I believe, is his daughter, Ishana Night Shyamalan, who is fairly new to the world of directing film. Yes, let's just have a look here. In fact, maybe the first time as a director. Yeah, that is the first directorial debut. I believe that she is featured as somebody she was a second unit director, part of Knock at the Cabin and Old. So there you go. There is the credits to Ishana Night Shyamalan so far. So question becomes, do you go into this with an open mind, knowing that this is the daughter of someone who's made some great movies, but also made some real stinkers? Let's not let him completely off the hook here. I mean, there has been some bad movies in the catalog of M. Night Shyamalan, but I don't think it's fair to start judging his daughter's work based on his until you see it. Now I've seen it, so now I can make those comparisons. You can tell the influence of her father in her style. It's got a dark, eerie premise to it. It kind of goes along that dark, eerie premise style that we've seen many times from M. Night Shyamalan, which he can do well. And it has a twist ending. What a shocker. It has a twist ending. I never saw that coming. Like, the sad part is I kind of saw the twists coming from a mile away and was able to predict them like I'm able to in a lot of M. Night Shyamalan's movies, because it's so expected at this point that you kind of start looking for the pieces of the puzzle. Now, this movie goes along at a pace that kept my interest for most of the film. And despite some really kind of ridiculous stuff, like, let's just say, for example, and that they're in this kind of a bunker in the forest and something watches them at night, and let's take away the premise of the fact that this is a bunker, that the whole explanation for this bunker ends up being that this was built by people. And I won't go into too many details because I don't want to give too many spoilers away here for you. But a lot of people built this bunker completely ignoring what it was being used for because it didn't matter. And it just seems a little illogical. So let's take the irrational point of how they got to having a bunker and all this kind of stuff out of the picture. The general explanation of why they're there, what's going on, what it is that's watching them, I found interesting until they started getting into the details of showing said things. Once they start showing them, it becomes a lot like Signs. And now Signs, I find, is a really good movie, but I find that it loses its luster and it's kind of the creepiness or the scare factor to it gets lost once you see the aliens in Signs. And once you realize they're aliens that come to invade a planet made of water, but water is their kryptonite. Huh. That is kind of what The Watchers becomes like. Once it gets to the final act and you get into the twists, and some of which are completely unnecessary, once you give any sort of budget to showing creatures, it really loses everything in that moment. It's held together by some reasonable acting, some, especially like Dakota Fanning does a great job in this movie. But outside of that, again, it really plunders in that final act. And now I know that there's a lot of hate spewed toward this movie. It didn't get the kind of reviews that I think that they would hope that it would get, with only a 29% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Just looking over here, with an audience score at least of 52%. So the audience was mixed. The critics definitely were a little bit more on the disliking side of this. I'm a little bit more with the audience. I didn't hate it. There are things that you can like about The Watchers. There's a lot to groan about with The Watchers. And I'm going to say, for a first-time film director, okay, I'm not going to discredit Ishana Night Shyamalan. Again, she gets her influence from her father. Clearly, that can be expected. I don't think this had enough of her own voice in it. And that shows with him being a part of the production team and stuff like that. I think that there was still that sprinkle of M. Night Shyamalan on it, and people are going to make that immediate connection. I think that we haven't yet heard her voice, and that's what we need to hear. I think this felt too much like one of his movies with her in the director's chair. I want to see what she would do separated from her dad's overseeing of things, and what she could do as a director herself. Again, it's her first time. Let's not kid ourselves. She was given an opportunity to direct a movie that going into theaters for her very first directorial debut. Did I hate it? No. Did I love it? No. Again, I'm right in the middle. I'm a fence sitter on this one, because it's not, I'll probably never rewatch it. I don't really have an interest in rewatching it. I don't want to tell people that it's the worst thing ever and never to watch it, but I don't think you should waste your money going to a movie theater to see it either. I think that you'd be better off waiting till it's available on streaming and watching it that way. It's not really a movie that fits the big screen in a way that it's like, oh, rush out and see it because, oh my God, everything about it screams big screen. No, this is a streaming movie. This is what you should wait for on streaming. Will you like it? I can't really say. It's gonna be a mixed bag. I think, just like the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is. I think maybe a few will like it more than what the critics do, but I'm kind of with the audience. I'm mixed, half and half. Not bad, also not good. Avoid it for your summer blockbuster watching, and just wait until you can watch it from the comfort of your very own home. So that is my non-spoiler version of my review for The Watchers. Have you seen it? Have you not? Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know if there's anything out there that I haven't reviewed yet that you want to know my opinion on, that I could do a review for you. That is what you can do. But you could also take the moment to go and subscribe to the channel here at Our Local Establishment. Turn on that notification bell. Give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Comment. I'm always checking the comments. I want to talk to you all about movies. So let's do that. What have you seen this summer? What do you like? That scroll down below will tell you where to find us here at Our Local Establishment. I've been Bobby Munson. This has been a movie review, and I'll catch you in the next one.